Harley Ford coupe. She had a racing cam and a supercharged. Look out, buddy, hot rod at large. She's a hot rod. She's a hot rod. She's my hot rod, baby. I love her.
We're going to talk right now to Cheryl, Hyrn, and Bobbie Jean Wall about local racing. And, of course, Ronnie the Wrench will chime in. He is our roving racing.
George.
Roving racing something.
Stop before you're...
He's something, all right.
Yeah. Thanks, buddy.
Before we start, I want to remind you, this is train time. Send a postcard, 6405 Alcott, for a chance to win this Snap-on collector train set, about a $250 value. All right, it's free just when I pull your postcard out. It's our third year we've done it. It's always gone to really cool people. They've had a lot of good fun with it. It's in the box. It's sealed. It's not been opened. It's brand new. It's ready to rock. And or you can go to Big George at WJOB1230.com. If you want to write me any kind of ideas you might have for the show, any kind of questions you might have, but you can't win the train there. You have to send a postcard. 6405 Alcott, WJOB Carguy 46324, I think, in Hammond. And I think that'll and you can win. Last year we had a lot of postcards, so this year we're starting it early so we can draw the winner early, so it can get wrapped and everything and go under the tree for Christmas. It's really a cool present. Kids love them. Kids just absolutely love them. I don't think any kid should be without a train set on Christmas. Now, without further ado, now that I had to say all that stuff, I got the gals are here, Cheryl Hyrn, Bobbie Jean Wall, and Ronnie the Wrench. We don't say his last name. If we tell you, we have to kill you. It's a secret. Well kept, too.
Thank you.
Girls, I saw a picture on Facebook that you actually have raced each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you guys are in the what they call the B stock, or the right below the late model.
The street stock.
Yeah, the street
stock. Okay, you race mostly at Grundy.
I race mostly at Grundy.
That's Cheryl now. And Bobbie Jean, you race mostly at
Ileana.
But you have raced each other.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you crash? Did you hit her?
We
Few
have
times.
hit each other a few times.
You know what? It's inevitable.
Over.
People, I got to tell you what people don't understand, that racing is dangerous. It's not a game. Everybody says, yeah, go fast, turn left. That has nothing to do with it. Anybody, a monkey can go fast and turn left.
Yeah.
Keeping that car on the track, keeping it out of somebody else's bumper, keeping your hand on the steering wheel. There's a whole bunch more to it than that. And it's not, and there's a science to it. Cars are set up perfectly. They have to be. Then you win.
Right.
Tell me when you got hooked on racing. We'll start with Bobbie Jean.
Well, I started racing when I was 15. We had the car my mom drove us to preschool and kindergarten in Illinois, and it was just kind of sitting there once we moved out to Indiana, and we busted out the windows and turned that into my first pure stack. So
That's a good way to
The
do it.
grocery getter. You took the grocery getter.
yeah, that's
in
how I
the
got
house.
started. So
That was at Raceway or Ileana?
that was at Ileana.
That was at Ileana.
Yeah.
All right, Cheryl.
I got involved in racing. Well, my dad used to race when I was a kid, so that's pretty much where I got my feet
Where
wet. He raced at Ileana. He's raced at Grundy. I think just a few times at Raceway.
Yeah, number 8.
Number 8.
Yeah, a lot of guys couldn't put up with old Pete at Raceway. They didn't want to come
Jenny?
there.
Yeah.
He didn't attract a lot of drivers for that reason. He wasn't very
Yeah.
nice to them.
But so I just finished my 5th year in street stocks. So before that, I raced 4 cylinders also.
Oh, the 4 cylinders.
And she races against her
My
future
fiance.
ex,
My future ex.
Phil Service.
Right.
Oh no, that can't be good.
No, there's been quite a few arguments at home. Well,
Crashing-
not only just at home, but on at the track
I was gonna
also.
say crashing into your friend is one thing. You don't go home together.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we do go home.
No, I mean
oh
her.
no, yeah, we don't go home.
Yeah, you and Bobbie Jean.
Friends don't,
Bobbie
but
Jean
right,
could
you and your
crash, and
fiance
she's
do.
going to her house. You're going to yours.
Right.
Yeah.
But when you do it to Bill, he's coming with you. He's driving home.
Yeah.
Oh, that got to be a nice ride home.
Well, we drive separately since we're pulling
Yeah.
our own cars, but
Thank goodness.
Right.
At
You know, and
times.
I'm sure you guys watched the racing for years when Ma was racing and Dad and all that.
right.
And then you just decided, I want to try this.
Yeah, I mean, I always wanted to try it. I didn't think I'd get a chance to try it. Actually, Bill's the one that got me involved into actually driving. Him and I went half and half on the 4-cylinder. And when I realized he wasn't doing much with a season, I finished up getting the car ready and I jumped in and went out.
Yeah, how'd you do?
I did okay. I mean, at that time you didn't get points for racing in the 4-cylinders.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then, no, I'm sorry, you did. You got some points for racing the 4-cylinders. But you didn't qualify. They just kind of eyeballed, where you should be. Well, then when you start accumulating so many points, the further you went up, the more they stuck you with the faster guys. So once I got up there with the faster
That's
guys.
cool.
Well, it was and it wasn't. But
Yeah.
Were you scared at first, Bobbie Jean?
Not really, no.
How about you?
No.
Didn't bother you a bit. Just jumped right in and went at it.
Yeah.
They're more men than me.
Yeah. I told you, I tried it. We had a stock car. I drove it 3 times, and that was the end of that. I finally got one of my guys wanted to drive it real bad. I said, "It's all yours, man. I don't want any part of this." The first time you back into the wall at about 50 mile an hour, you decide that this isn't for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I was not good at it, and
I personally think you're safer in a race car than you are in a
Yeah.
street car. I mean, you got your roll cage around you. You got your 5-point harness.
oh yeah,
and-
you're strapped in good.
Yeah.
You're wearing a helmet.
Yeah, you're wearing
That's
a
how
helmet.
I feel too, a lot of times, especially on like the expressways and stuff, because you do have that roll cage and the helmet on and all those belts. So
Right.
I don't know, I feel more safe in that than in
Yeah.
my street car.
They make you guys wear a fire suit.
Yeah.
Yes,
Gets a little hot, don't it, in the summer?
it does.
Yeah, and I got one of those like 3-layer ones too, so
Oh,
you're just like,
jeez.
ugh, sticks to you.
That's got to be warm. That's got to be tough. All right, first crash. What was the first time you had somebody hit you or bumped you or put you around? Did you ever get spun out?
Yeah, actually, first time that I really, really remember. You
remember it.
you remember it too, yeah.
She did it?
No,
I was
no,
actually
no.
watching.
No, yeah, it
was
was my
sitting with her
first race.
parents.
Yeah, the first race in my street stock, and guy kind of slammed into me going 3 wide on the backstretch, and I ended up almost rolling the car over. I rode the whole backstretch wall, and then came back around. So the car
Holy
almost went
cow.
over, but it didn't. And then our tech guy Steve came up to me. He was like, "Oh my god, are you okay?" And I'm like, "That was awesome!" So it was cool. So
Oh my God! Now you're a Purdue Cal graduate.
yeah, I
That
graduated in
figures.
May.
You go sideways down the back straightaway in your car. Purdue Cal. I would have figured that right away. All right. How about you? First crash.
My first crash was in 2009 when I was driving the street stock. I actually was coming out of 4, and there was another girl that raced with us.
Oh,
and,
I remember that one too.
It was Crystal. And,
She rolled, right? Did she
No,
roll?
she rolled in a separate
That was a
incident.
different one. Okay,
But
gotcha.
I was trying to come out of 4, and I seen her having problems, and I was just like, God, just let me get past her. And she got the tail end of the car, and she collected me, and for whatever reason, she was still in the gas.
Oh, yeah.
They said she lost her brakes. I couldn't understand the whole part of her foot in the gas still, though. But I could hear her motor, and I was just like, oh, my God, stop, stop, stop. And she didn't. We kept going down the front stretch. My tires were actually turned to the right, and it made it climb the wall. So I was actually on my side for a little bit. I kept looking at the ground. I was like, okay, it's getting closer
Yeah.
and closer.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, but the car came back down, and
You can't tell me you weren't scared of that one.
no, I wasn't scared at all.
No.
it
You don't
just-
really have the time to be scared. You don't really think about it.
You're trying to fix it.
It just
Yeah.
goes, and then
And it was kind of
That's
so
that.
slow
You're-
motion.
yes, that's exactly what it is. It feels like it's like 5 minutes when you do that stretch, and it's really not.
Yeah,
So
'cause I
Too
was
busy
like-
trying to fix it. You got no time to be scared.
Yeah.
No.
You got no time for this. Yeah.
Right.
And again, you said the 5-point harness and all that in the cage. Nobody really gets hurt bad.
Wow.
I don't remember all the
That's
years at
never-
Ileana.
Well,
I'm sure somebody can. I'm sure they
Yeah.
have over the years.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
there's been some guys.
But it's
that have
rare.
been-
Yeah.
It's not as extensive as you think.
no, I mean I remember too when me and my dad, like I've been involved with racing my whole life because my dad used to race at Raceway, and we used to have we used to go help her fiance Bill. When the what was that
Enduros?
the for the Enduros, the best looking car award.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so, but when we were at Ileana, when we were helping this other guy in a mid-am, there was a mid-am that came on the backstretch, and he slammed into one of the light poles pretty good, and the whole door and everything came right in on
That
him.
was
They
Michael
said,
Martin.
yeah, that's exactly what it was. I didn't remember which Martin it was, but I knew it was one of them.
Yeah, Michael
And
Martin.
yeah, they said the whole thing, if it went over a little bit more, he would have been seriously hurt or broke his leg or something, but they had to like shimmy him out. So.
See, so it's not not foolproof, but
Oh, heck no.
it's
Well, he
a
was on the
dangerous
half mile
profession.
too, so I mean,
Yeah,
you're
it's a
at
lot faster there.
Yeah, but would you rather be a pro football player and have 14 concussions a game?
No.
Yeah,
You
no,
know?
definitely not.
At least you got
They
some
make a little
safety
more
equipment.
money, though.
Right.
They make a little bit more, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, especially if you were racing in the day out at Raceway.
Well, I mean,
You were
the
lucky to get paid.
Yeah. Well, no, I was talking about the football players make
I
a little
mean,
more
they
money.
make more money. Oh, absolutely
They make that
do.
Vincent money.
Yeah, yeah, right. Biggest win. You ever win one?
Yeah.
She just did.
Yeah, probably the one I just won a few weeks ago at the Bahama Brackets. Been trying there for I don't even know how many years.
That's
maybe
at
6
Rockford.
years now. Yeah,
Oh, in
over
Rockford.
at Rockford Speedway up in Rockford,
That's a
Illinois.
big speedway, no?
Yeah, it's got a nice little bowl shape to it too, so
Yeah.
you can just kind of stand on the gas and
Holds
just
a
go
lot
around.
of people, though. A lot of people can
Yeah.
watch. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
big up there. Racing is big in Rockford.
Yeah, yeah, that's where like the Canouses are up there,
Right.
and who was Matt Kenseth's crew chief for a long time.
Oh, I don't remember.
I don't remember,
The
but I know his crew chief
encyclopedia
came up
doesn't
there.
remember.
Yeah, I know, right? For once, I don't.
NASCAR Encyclopedia, Bobbie.
Yeah.
G.
Robbie Reiser, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
I knew it would come to me, but
She
I know
got
they
it.
were all up there for a while. But yeah, that was probably my biggest win because the past like 5 years we finished like in the top 5. I know somebody said in the last 4 years it was like 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st all in the last 4 years, and I finally got that this year, so that was like really nice. Ryan's still mad at me for not taking the trip, but because when
Oh,
you
I
win
would've
there, you
took
can
the
either
money,
take
too.
the trip to the Bahamas or you can take the money, and I took the money, and he's like, "You didn't take the trip. We could have went to the Bahamas." So
You wouldn't like the Bahamas anyway.
Yeah, right.
yeah.
I thought the people there were rude. I'll go to the Virgin Islands anytime. St. Thomas, St. Croix. The Bahamas, not so much. They were always kind of crude and rude. I didn't like them.
Gotcha.
So the biggest thrill, your biggest win.
I've had no big wins.
Yeah,
I'm still on a 0 streak.
yeah.
Bunch of heat race wins, but that's about
Well,
it.
that's a win. I mean, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh.
Yeah. You had a good night, a couple nights. You had a big
You
thrill
had
sometime.
your most popular driver, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
That's, yeah, come
An
on, get a
award.
Dale Jr. streak going there. 10 years in a row. That'd be
All
kinda
right.
cool.
An award. I love it.